Looking at our world from a theological perspective. This is the Theology Central Podcast, making theology central.
Do you remember December 2023? Do you remember December 2023? In some ways, it seems like it was just yesterday. In other ways, it feels like it was like 10 years ago. But remember in December 2023, I turned on this very microphone and I gave everyone a challenge. I told everyone to participate. I told everyone to buy a notebook to keep track of their progress. How have you been doing with that challenge? Well, we are fast approaching. I mean, before we know it, we're going to be saying goodbye to 2024, but this year is going away quickly. So, we're going to talk about that challenge that I gave you in December of 2023, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do with that challenge over the next 2 weeks. But before I do that, good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday, June the 30th. That is crazy. 2024. It is currently 3:20 p.m. Central Time, and I am coming to you live from the Theology Central studio located right here in Abilene, Texas. So it was in this studio, December 2023, I turned on this very microphone, and I told everyone to go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download the Sermons 2.0 app. Download the Sermons 2.0 app. Then I told you to buy a notebook. I always tell you to get a pencil. I mean, that's just, I was going to tell you to buy a pencil. So you needed the Sermons 2.0 app, you needed a notebook, and you needed a pencil. And then all you were supposed to do is each day grab the Sermons 2.0 app and choose a random sermon. You're not looking for a specific speaker, a specific denomination, a specific kind of church. You're just choosing randomly. You would listen to the sermon on the Sermons 2.0 app. You would write down the name of the sermon, the church, and then write a one-sentence summary of the sermon that you listened to. And then you could also take notes and then write down the page number for your notes so that later on you could, reference those notes. Looking at the list of all the sermons, then you could see the page number, then go to that page number for your notes. I give you all kinds of ideas, all kinds of things to do. But it was a very simple challenge. Sermons 2.0 app provides you so much spiritual food. Let's not waste it. So download the app and in each day choose and listen to a random sermon. All right. And then all you had to do is listen and write it down. So let's be honest. It's the end of June. So let's be honest. What does your notebook look like? Come on. How many sermons are in your notebook? Did you write them down? Did you write down that one sentence summary? Do you have a sermon for each day of 2024? Are you 3-4 months behind? Well, wherever you are, that's okay. Just start today and move forward, and let's get the most out of the app. Now, one of the things I decided to do during this year for the challenge, for the Sermons 2.0 app sermon challenge, as we called it, was at times I would give you specific themes or topics or passages of scripture to look up sermons about, right? Randomly, like you're looking up the passage, you're looking up the topic, but you're just choosing the sermons randomly as far as you're not looking for a specific church or a specific denomination or anything along those lines. So we've been working on Joshua 1:8. We looked at Psalm, 83, all the different things that we have done. And I think that's hopefully made it a little, added variety, made it interesting, made it more fun, and hopefully it's all been beneficial. I hope that it has. I hope it really has. But here's what I want you to do. Starting today, June the 30th, 2024. All right, June the 30th, 2024. For the next 2 weeks, for the Sermons 2.0 app sermon challenge, you will be looking to the live webcast section of the Sermons 2.0 app. You are to listen to whatever is live. Now, if you're listening to something live and you're not going to be able to finish it, or you started listening to it but you missed the beginning, just click follow to that broadcaster. When it shows up in your feed later, then you can go back and finish it. But the goal is trying to watch and listen. Now, if you can't watch, you can just hit the audio, or you can watch the video if you want to watch the video, but it's random sermons in the webcast section of the Sermons 2.0 app. That's what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks. Now, I did not think about this until I just went live, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, we're fast approaching kind of a holiday week / holiday weekend. It's going to be July the 4th. Okay. On one hand, that means a lot of people are going to be busy, so I don't know how much they're going to participate, but maybe if you're traveling, you can just have someone, take their phone and go, okay, the only thing we can listen to on this trip is live webcast from the Sermons 2.0 app. I know in the car, people are going to be like, boo, boo, down with whoever came up with this decision. They're trash. Okay, I understand. But that's all you can do. It's okay. All right, maybe just at least one for, all you got to do is one per day. Okay, so hopefully maybe the time off will give people a greater chance to participate. I don't know. Typically, it doesn't work that way. I'm also very concerned that I'm setting myself up because we're fast approaching 4th of July. If you ever want to see how much patriotism and politics has infiltrated the American church, just focus on what churches are doing for 4th of July. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a very long week. In fact, as soon as I'm done here, I'm just going to hop in the car, drive to the liquor store, and I'm going to fill my trunk with alcohol because I'm joking, ladies and gentlemen, but it is going to be difficult, especially considering my perspective is so anti-patriotism and politics entering the church. I'm going to be turning on Webcast, and if I look at the video, I'm going to probably see American flags and listening to Lee Greenwood horrible songs and all the other stuff that will probably happen. Okay, so it's going to be a long week, but that's why we're doing it for 2 weeks, because hopefully by the second week, we've moved past the patriotism and the politics and we'll get back to church. But I'm hoping it'll be interesting to see. So that's for the next 2 weeks, Sermons 2.0 app. In fact, I'm going to open the Sermons 2.0 app right now. I'm going to open it up. Sermons 2.0 app. Oh, I just opened it. And I'm going to go right here, right now to live webcasts. There are 34 live webcasts right now. 34. Now, if you look at beta.sermonaudio.com, which, you can use that as well. I don't think on the app, let me look at the app. I don't think the app does this. No, the app doesn't tell you how long they've been broadcasting. I don't like that. You see, if you go to filter, no, that filters it by denomination. You don't want that. If you hit sort, name, distance, yeah, that doesn't help you. So that doesn't really help you. But if you look at beta.sermonaudio.com, it will tell you how long the webcast has been going on. That's very helpful for this because if one's been going on for 45 minutes, you probably don't want to tune into that one. You can tune into the newest one. But however you listen, whether at beta.sermonaudio.com or the Sermons 2.0 app, for the next 2 weeks, the challenge is very simple. Your job is to listen to live webcast, right? Just one per day, because that's the goal. You can go above and beyond that, but one per day. Again, in your notebook, write down the name of them. Again, many of the broadcasters still don't use metadata. I don't know why. If they use metadata, you would have the name of the sermon right there. But all right, write down the name of the sermon if you can, just the broadcaster, and then a 1-sentence summary. Maybe if you need an extra sentence, that's okay. Just write out a summary of what the message was about. What was its primary thesis? What was it about? And of course, if you can take notes, great. We're going to be doing this for 2 weeks. Now, typically, I do sermon reviews for whatever our focus is for the Sermons 2.0 app challenge. This one, I don't know if I will. What I may do is watch some, take notes, and then maybe just do a broadcast about what I heard. Not necessarily do a review as far as, playing the audio. Some of them, maybe I just wait until they're available, then download it. We will see. And it'll just be interesting to see what your take is from all the webcasts. Do you discover new favorite broadcasters? Did you hear something interesting? Did you notice how churches do things? What did you think? How they are utilizing the technology? Do you prefer the video or the audio? It'll be, who knows what you're going to determine from all of it. Does it bother you that the metadata doesn't show up on the Sermons 2.0 app? Does it bother you that many of the broadcasters for the beta.sermonaudio.com do not use the metadata? I mean, you're going to have lots of thoughts and opinions. Hopefully you'll share them with me. newsif@yahoo.com. That's newsif@yahoo.com. So just so that you know, for anyone tuning in late, well, first of all, you're tuning in way late because this all started in December of 2023. But the goal this year has been download the Sermons 2.0 app and every single day choose a random sermon other than on those weeks where I'm giving you specific, topics or verses to look up sermons on. But even then, you're choosing them to be random. You're not looking for a specific church or speaker. You listen to the sermon one a day. You write it down in the notebook and you write down a summary. All right. This gives you the opportunity to hear many different broadcasters, many different theological perspectives, many different hermeneutical approaches. Hopefully that's been beneficial. And what the goal was at the end of the year, your notebook would be filled with one sermon per day for all of 2024. If you're behind, that's okay. Start today. Just get a notebook, download the Sermons 2.0 app. For the next 2 weeks, what you're supposed to do is open up the Sermons 2.0 app or go to the beta.sermonaudio.com website, go to the webcast section and choose a random webcast that's currently broadcasting. All right. Now, obviously, maybe you'll get the ones right at the beginning. Maybe you will not. I don't know. Just start doing it. You can let me know how the logistics are playing out, how it's working for you. Is it a good thing, negative thing? Is it difficult? And, let's make use of it. I've talked about a long time doing this. Again, I don't know why I picked 4th of July week. I don't know. Oh, the broadcasts are going to be interesting. Okay. But let's make the most out of it. All right. Let's make the most out of it. I think it will be beneficial. Like I said, currently, if you look at the app, there are 30. There are 30 broadcasts right now. 30 broadcasts, and the first one is from Independence Baptist Church in Wright City, Missouri. The second one is Theology Central from Abilene, Texas. Dallas Presbyterian Church from Fairview, Texas. Isn't that funny? It's the Dallas Presbyterian Church, but it's listed as Fairview, Texas. Why wouldn't it be listed as Dallas, Texas? And if the Dallas Presbyterian Church is not actually found in Dallas proper, then why wouldn't you call it Fairview Presbyterian Church? Ooh, the questions I can ask. Okay, Free Reformed Church of St. Thomas. That's in Ontario, Canada. Then Grace Baptist Church from Liberty, South Carolina. Grace Covenant Church from South Carolina. Grace Family Church, Pearland, Texas. Grace Free Reformed Church in Ontario. Heritage OPC, North Carolina. Heritage Reformed Congregation of Jordan, Canada. Hope Protestant Reformed Church, Grand Rapids, Michigan. A lot of Canada today. Hope Reformed Church, Canada. Hopewell Associate Reformed Presbyterian in Tennessee. Houston Lake Presbyterian Church in Georgia. Well, if it's called Houston, then only Houston. If you're going to use the word Houston, you can only refer to Houston, Texas. I'm sorry. You can't have a Houston Lake in Georgia. Texas is going to sue you for copyright. Okay. Emmanuel United Reformed Church, Ontario. Living Water Reformed Church, Ontario. Well, that's interesting. A lot of Canada going on. So Ontario, I'm just going down the list. Missouri, Tennessee, Canada. So, I think when we're going to notice little things, which times of the day are there more broadcasters, which time of the day, it'll be interesting to see. But that's your challenge. Very simple, very straightforward. Wanted to get this out of the way now, so that later, when it's time to broadcast about whatever I need to broadcast about, we can just move. I didn't want to take 15 minutes at the beginning of a broadcast to put forth this challenge. I will be repeating it in multiple broadcasts, but I wanted just to place this out there with the title. Everyone would see it. So for the Sermons 2.0 app Sermon Challenge, which we're doing all of 2024, for the next 2 weeks, your job, if you want to participate, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to take the Sermons 2.0 app and each day find a live webcast, listen to it, write down the title, the name, a summary about what it was about. And you can do more. And especially if you're behind this year, you don't have a sermon for every day of the week yet for 2024, then just listen to a few extra webcasts. By all means, tell me what you're listening to. Tell me what, just anything you want to share with. I like knowing people are participating. And you can email me at newsif@yahoo.com, newsif@yahoo.com. We'll see what happens. You almost know what's going to happen. I'm going to probably listen to one webcast, two webcasts. Next thing you know, I'm going to be starting a series. Remember, I listened to one little, 15-minute message on Psalm 83, and we're 12, 13, 14 hours of talking about Psalm 83 now? Okay. So you never know what's going to happen. But when I start listening to something, it can lead us in whatever direction. But we'll allow this to play out, and hopefully it will be interesting, variety. Maybe you'll find your next favorite broadcaster. Maybe you'll hear some sermons that are challenging and convicting. Maybe you'll listen to some things that will provide great spiritual food. And also it may give us insight into how much politics and patriotism has infiltrated the American church. It may give us great insight into that. You may be like giving it a standing ovation and singing, I'm proud to be an American. Okay. You may love it. I do not like patriotism or politics in the American church. I loathe it, loathe it, loathe it, loathe it, loathe it. I will not even allow an American flag in our sanctuary. No way, no, not even on our property. We're not going to have a flag of any country. We're a church. Christianity transcends country. Our citizenship is in heaven. Right? We don't represent a country. We represent a kingdom, the kingdom of God. Right? Okay. I could get in all kinds of theological reasons for that. But all right, enough of that. You've got the challenge. Hopefully you enjoy. All right. You got plenty of webcasts going on right now. Go find one. Listen to it. Let me know how it's going. And again, if you're behind, don't worry about how many days you've missed in the Sermons 2.0 app challenge. Just start today. Let's see if we can bring 2024 to some kind of close that we're all better off spiritually. Don't know if I'm going to be better off spiritually, but I know that we've all listened to a lot of preaching in 2024. We can argue over the value or benefit, but at least we can say that. All right. Thanks for listening. Everyone have a great day. I'm missing the Indiana Fever basketball game. And so as bad as Indiana Fever has been playing, I don't know if I want to go back downstairs and see the score. But I'm going to go back downstairs and look at the score. And if you hear screaming, it's probably coming from Texas because I'm not very happy with their current play. All right. Not that you care, but I'm just being very transparent. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not going to go downstairs right now and listen to a webcast. That's what I'm literally going to go do. So, all right. But I'll be back up here after, and then we'll do a webcast about something today. All right. newsif@yahoo.com. That's newsif@yahoo.com. May God bless you as you listen to these live webcasts and you hear the preaching and teaching of God's word.